Do you feel overwhelmed, out of control? Do you feel unclear? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel, did I say lost? Y'all, it's very simple. But I know that I feel like there there hasn't been I don't know if this, I feel like becoming an adult, like I don't know of any system or any program or any like proper transition for us to become official adults. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like at different stages of our life, like there was a huge like turning point, but I don't think like I mean, from like being until you turn like 18 and you graduate high school, I feel like, yeah, like that's us graduating our academic success, but I don't think that just automatically makes us mature, understanding adults, right? On how to life properly. And so, like, something that I really want to bring up today in this video is that we get to create structure. And I think, a lot of times people are super hard on themselves. A lot of times people beat themselves up. A lot of times people, aren't making as much progress as they possibly could. It's because they are lacking structure. So what is structure in your life? Structure in your life is pretty much, it's just a foundation that is holding your life together. It is routines, it is systems, it is it helps you having a structure in your life on like how you actually intentionally, I think at the end of the day, we all got structure. Now, is it intentional, or is it, producing the things that we want? Probably not, especially if we are feeling, any of those ways that I just mentioned. But in order to shift that, we get to put things in our life that are going to hone us in and focus to create environments of the things that we actually want in life. Okay, let me know if that makes sense to you. If that makes sense, drop structure in the comments so I can so I know that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is going to be hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I am currently in America. Let me know where y'all are watching from. So when I talk about structure, this is going to be a very just simple video. I'm keeping it very baseline. But when I'm talking about structure, like I said, structure are systems that you are implementing in your life that you're living by. But I think, a lot of times people think like, oh, I have a workout routine, I do this at work and I do that. That is great. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? That is great. But I think, oh, y'all from all over the world. I got people from Pakistan, Istanbul. Wow, it's somebody's birthday. Someone said sing you a song. That's funny. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. So great to meet y'all. I am currently in America. That is so funny that I'm having people internationally still, and probably because I just did a lot of travel last year. But hey, how y'all doing? It's great to see you. Well, but what we're talking about here is creating structure in your life. And again, I know like when we were in school, like when we wrote a paper, for example, there was a structure to writing an essay. There were, a system to doing things. And I think in order for people to make more progress, and in order for people to be more confident, and in order for people to feel more clear in their lives, like we get to build structure, not only for our days, but for also very specific things in our life, like different pillars of our life. So for instance, again, I know one of the easy ones that people like to talk about is like structure around their health, right? So what are you eating every day? What time you're eating every day? What types of food? How much you're moving your body? You know what I mean? Like actually having a structure. So like for instance, I was traveling last week. And part of my, even though like I don't know what was happening, y'all, but y'all were telling me that y'all could not hear my live last week, and I don't know why. I literally went live 3 times. I went live once on my other page and twice on this page, but I couldn't hear anything. But because that's like a part of my week, it was, even though like the time was off and I was in the middle of traveling, I knew it was part of my day to actually just go live. And so it wasn't like a heavy lift. It wasn't like me thinking too much. It was just something that I did. And so what I'm trying to say is, if we want progress, if we want forward movement in our life, there are things that we get to do as far as like building routines and having structure. Like even for doing like lives, just to go deep on that point, when I come live, like I know like there's a thing that I want to talk to y'all about, but then also I know like there are very practical things that I want to talk to y'all about. And normally sometimes I can go an hour. I'm definitely not doing that tonight, but it's like normally because I actually structure out like when I'm coming to you. Now, one thing that I am very much so learning on my because I know that there are people like me. There are people who are super structured, and y'all like, and we like you know, routines, and we like things consistently. And but then I know that there are people who, you know, they're very free, and maybe they don't like as much structure or routines and stuff like that. It's totally okay whichever way you are, because I feel like no matter if you are a super structured person or if you are not a structured person, I think creating a system in your life that works for your life is what's more important versus listening to what somebody else is doing or how somebody else is doing it. So even this live, like I'm not going to like share my routine with y'all. I'm not going to go too deep. What I am trying to get to you, like if you feel overwhelmed, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling unclear, if you feel like you don't have enough time in the day, I just want to bring the awareness because again, like we haven't been taught on how to adult. Like that's, I mean, there's no like course that we've gone, like there's no training. Of course, like we learn how to adult by like living life and then also having mentors and family and stuff like that. But like there isn't something where it's like you just become an adult because you lived another year. It's really crazy now that I'm like saying this out loud. But as far as like on how to like maximize our time and how to have proper time management skills, it's just something that we kind of figure out for ourselves. And I feel like a lot of people are beating themselves up because they're stressed, they're anxious, they're overwhelmed because they don't know how to actually get things done. Or it's like things are just falling through the crack, and so it's creating burnout, it's creating overwhelm. And I'm just trying to land with you, number one, like no matter if you're feeling like that now, or even if you're not feeling like that, it is totally okay. And the answer to overcome any of that is definitely building some type of structure in your routine. And tonight I actually went to Bible study. They call it Equip Night at my church. And something that the pastor said, that they said that God is okay with you getting in rhythm with your devotion time. And so that just gave me so much like, whew, like just calm it down, girl, because I know for me, I be hard on myself because, you know, just trying to do all the things, like learning how to life and just living and just doing things at different times. But when she technically empowered us, she empowered us saying like, hey, God is okay with us getting in rhythm with being more devoted to, you know, him and to the word. It literally gave me like, just like, girl, God knows the intention. Like if I am, maybe I'm not going to have devotion for an hour every day, but if I am, you know, definitely having my devotion time, and then throughout the day being connected and intentional with connected with the Lord, like, you know, that is still me being creating structure, right? Because it's like not just one and done. So that's just an example. But I would say whatever areas in your life that you feel confused about, that you feel overwhelmed, that you feel lost about, I would highly suggest that you come up with some type of routine, some type of schedule, you know, because at the end of the day, we what we care about most, what we prioritize in our life, what we actually get done, not what we say that we care about, not that we talk about, but what we actually devote our time, our money, and our energy to. Those are the things that are most important to us. Those are the things that we care the most about. And because of that, whatever that thing is you're talking about, I would highly suggest that you actually create like some type of systems or routines or structure within that thing. Okay. Okay. And so let me just like break that down really quickly. Oh guys, so I just saw a message and I just lost my thought. Okay. Hey girl. Okay. I was just, let me know if you can hear it. Cause like last week people couldn't hear me. So I just want to make sure you can hear. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Threw me off. Yeah. So, so whatever you are like prioritizing, whatever you are focusing on, y'all, that is what is important to you. So I guess the thing about being in alignment in life is and I know this, I don't want to sound too harsh because I'm growing through this as well, right? Whatever we are willing to be about, whatever we're willing to be about, we get to actually walk it out. You know what I mean? It's not about just talking about something because it sounds cool or because we know that it's important. If it is something that we are living out, or if it is something that is super important to us, we definitely get to like make it a priority and incorporate it within our lives. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying with that is if there's something like on your to-do list, if there's something in your life and you feel like, oh, this is important and I'm about this, but you know that you're not making any progress on it, you know that you're not making any progress, you know that, it's just kind of this thing that's really annoying you and it's kind of sitting on your to-do list, but there is no growth, or you're not putting your time, your money, your attention to it, then it's probably time for you to reevaluate that thing, to be honest with yourself and say, oh yeah, this is important enough around me for me to create structure or me to actually implement it into my life. For me to put systems into it. If it's not, it's totally okay, y'all. We are human beings and we have the coolness. Hey, how y'all doing? We have the coolness to actually change our mind and to say, hey, I don't want to do this, or you know what, I was trying to make, I thought I wanted to do this, but the more I learn, I go. So we have the choice to actually release things, is what I'm trying to say. And we also get to reevaluate the other side. Like, is the things that we're doing and we are being about, like, are those things are they truly aligned with us? And if they are not, y'all, we get to release them. And if they are, we get to do more about it, but then actually like put proper structure, create systems, routines, habits, different mindsets around that thing. Okay. Does that make sense? So my word for y'all today is structure. This week, structure. And I even invite you all to actually put structure in every pillar of your life. Every pillar of your life. So I'm going to name some of them. Hopefully I hit all of them. So of course we got the physical health, right? We got the fitness, the nutrition, that physical health. Then we got mental health, like your emotions. And one way to actually, I'll get to that in a minute. But physical health, then we got mental health, we got emotional health, we got environmental health, like our environment. And that can be literally the world, but it also can be our home, like our space, our rooms, our closets, our kitchens, like actual environmental health. We have financial health. Okay, how that money looking? How's that money looking? We also have we can have contribution, like our community service, our giving to the world, and that can be like through gifts and stuff like that. Also our social health, like how are our relationships, like not only our relationship with ourselves, the relationship in our faith, the relationship with people around us, like that is so important. Also, I'm remember this off the top of my head. I wasn't thinking about going through all these pillars. What's another pillar? Oh, like even just with our like ourselves, I think even having structure and routines and healthy habits with ourselves, like what is important to you as a whole being. You know what I mean? I know I broke up different parts of it, but then also like what are your interests? Like what are your hobbies? Like what are things that like how often do you actually do the things that you actually enjoying doing as for fun? Somebody just asked me what am I talking about? You must have just jumped on. Hello. Right now I am talking about building structure in your life. You know, every week I come live on my channel and I'm like supporting people in order to build thank you. I'm supporting people in order to build to make progress. Like my as an accountability advisor, that is my job. My job is to help people actually live out the life that they truly desire. Okay. And so this week I'm talking about structure. And as adults, I know maybe we haven't properly figured out how to create routines and structures and habits in our life. There are different ways that we can do it. So I just talked about the different pillars that we get to go deep on. You know, a lot of people think of themselves as just like I feel like from me like talking to people and working with people, we are not really intimate with what's happening and how we are actually living our lives, right? And one of the most important things that we actually can do is build structures, build healthier habits, build healthier routine. Okay. I'm glad that gave you some clarity. Okay. And so on the flip side of that, how can you get support? Like if you feel lost and you're like, man, like I really want to be more organized in my day. I want more time in my day. I want to be a more effective adult. Like I want to actually get more done. I want to feel happier. I want to feel more open. I want to have more energy. I want to have more focus. Here's some things that you can actually consider doing in order to because I can, it's easy for me to be like, if you've lived your whole life and you have not had structure or habits or healthier habits or routines or habits that produce the results that you want, it doesn't make sense. So here's a couple of ways of me sharing with you of how you can actually do that. Number one, like we have to change our mindset around things. And I know that kind of sounds like intangible, but here are some ways, right? So number one, I know everybody listens to something, like, so whether it's audiobooks, whether it's podcasts, whether it's these YouTube videos, whether it is like watching somebody else's content, watching TV, watching the news, wherever that comes from, I would say number one is change your mindset, right? And so I would say start consuming things that are like going to actually help you achieve the things that you want. So whichever pillar of your life, like out of all the health pillars that I just laid out, like start consuming content that are actually in alignment with the things that you actually want. Okay. So start listening to podcasts about the thing that you want more of. Whether it is more like, how do I create structure? How do I create hold on, y'all. My car turned off. Hold on, wait, y'all. My car said, girl, that is too long. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I had to turn the car on. But you can actually change your mind. So y'all, one of the most craziest things, it is so simple, but just because we believe something, just because we know things, that doesn't mean that it is always true and relevant at all the times. Ooh, y'all better quote me. Y'all better quote me, okay? Listen to me, honey. Just because you believe something or you've been living a certain way, that does not believe it is true or relevant at all. Thank you, Lord. And so what I'm saying is, maybe you had a mindset or habits or a structure for your life. For example, I'll use my example, but let me say, so just because things were working at one season of your life, that doesn't mean it's going to work in the next season. Okay. So for example, when I worked in corporate, it was okay for me to work a night shift because that's when I was getting my coins on night shift. Okay. But now as an entrepreneur, and I've been an entrepreneur for years, like I don't have those hours. Okay. I don't have to work those hours. Okay. Freedom and for me, is using me as an example. It is time for me to get in habit and get in rhythm with new routine, new structure. And like I said, shout out to my pastor tonight at Bible study. She said, and I'm repeating myself so this can actually seep into you as well. She said, God is okay with you getting in rhythm with devotion. And you get to be okay with you getting in rhythm with your new structure, your routine. Like, we are human, so it takes us a while to actually learn new things. Okay. So number one, like I said, consume more content, more information, more knowledge, more experiences to actually change your mindset. Number two, matter of fact, I'm gonna keep this very simple, y'all. Number two, just get out there and do it. After you learn something, go apply it. After you hear something, give it a try. Even if you only do it for a week, or do it for 3 days, or do it for 1 day, and then you say, you know what, I don't like it, let me try it a little different. But literally every day, do something that's gonna make you 1% better, at least 1%. Okay. Number two is just do it. And so I think, as human beings, we are so hard on ourselves just because of the society we live in and all that stuff. And I'm talking to myself right now. But I think we get to remember that, yes, Tiana just said progress over perfection just now. We get to actually show up, give our best, and try again. And you know what? We don't even have to wait till tomorrow. We can literally say, you know what? I tried. Let me try again. Matter of fact, let's not try. I did it. Let me do it again. There's this, I don't know how to call it, but there's this exercise that a lot of two of my business coaches has actually mentioned to me, and I have started it. But pretty much you track your day. Now, one coach says track your day for every hour, and then another coach says track your day every 15 minutes. So every 15 minutes, what are you doing? So you can actually see where your time, your energy, your focus, your money, your efforts are going. Literally track your day, so then that way you don't have the excuse of I don't have time, or I'm too busy. But when you have structure and routines, you actually can see, hey, this is where my time, energy, efforts, focus is going. And at the end of the day, or a week from now, even a year from now, you can see what you was doing and how you got to where you are, right? So number one, we get to change our mindset, and we change our mindset by listening to new things, listening to things that are aligned and congruent to the things that we actually want for ourselves, and actually be about it. We can't be talking about, oh yeah, and I'm gonna just use some real oh yeah, I'm gonna eat healthier. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat healthy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my money right. But you don't know how to do those things because you ain't doing the things. You just talking about it. You're not being about it. Number one, in order to actually begin to talk differently and be differently, you get to listen to new stuff, follow new people, and I mean, I'm gonna just leave that. I'm not going there. Listen to new things, read new things, consume different things, watch new things, so we can change our perspective, we can change our viewpoints, we can change our thoughts, we can change our beliefs. Because what was my quote? Oh snap. Everything that we believe is not right or relevant all of the time. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so number one. Then number two, we gotta be patient with ourselves, love ourselves, give ourselves a chance after a chance after a chance after a chance, because we human. And human, it's easier for us to be inconsistent and to be comfortable than it is to actually be competent and consistent. Okay, I mean, that's just the planet we live on, y'all. Yes ma'am. Everything that we it's not right all the time. I mean, it's just the planet that we live on, okay? So anyways, y'all, I really hope that this was helpful. Let me know if this was helpful in the chat. Like, let me know on the replay. Let me know if this was helpful, because again, my intention is to bring y'all like thoughts and ideas on how to be the best version of you. Like, as your accountability advisor, I like giving you advice to practical things that you can actually do and implement so you can be the best person, whether it's sharing your gifts, sharing your strengths, you know, so you can not only live a happy, empowered, and joyful life for yourself. I believe that when you are filled and when you are happy, not only are you a better person in the world, so we can raise this energetic vibration on planet Earth, and then also we begin to contribute and give to each other, right? And again, the world just gets better. And then also, I believe, this is my belief, okay, this is what they believe. I believe that God created every single one of us. God created you for a very specific reason. And I feel like when you are dimming your light, when you are holding back, when you are not giving your all, like you are like stealing from other people. Like, other people need to see you, other people need to hear you, other people need your gifts, your strengths, your power, your authority. And because you may be going through what you're going through, like, you're holding back, and it's kind of being selfish. Hold on, let me see. Somebody said y'all are funny in the comments. I don't even know what that means. Don't let anyone else ruin your day. It's your day. Ruin it yourself. What? No, baby shark. We're not ruining our day, because, baby shark, we are going to put structure in our day, baby shark. You hear me, baby shark? We're gonna put structure in our day so we have the best day. So the first part, baby shark, I agree with you. We do not get to let anyone else ruin our day. We get to give it to the Lord. Give it to God. Okay, Lord, handle this person, handle the situation. And we're not gonna ruin our own days, because we are being obedient and loyal, and you know, and and we're gonna create structure in our life so we can have better days, baby shark. Okay. so yeah, we're gonna talk about it, because I don't even know what that means. So just because, so apparently, and I'm not trying to get it, but this is hilarious. Noah Fensei. So apparently, y'all, if you talk with your hands, apparently that means that you act blackish. First of all, what is blackish? Because to act black, I didn't know you can act like a color. So I'm acting like this. Noah Fensei. Apparently I am acting like the color negro, which is Spanish. Okay. That is hilarious. Or I could just be an animated speaker. I can be an animated speaker, Noah, and I just like talking with my hands. That don't mean I'm acting like this color, Noah. Yes, T, we are making progress by putting better structures in our day. TikTok culture. So is there a brownish? Is there a whitish, Noah? Is there a whitish? How do whitish people act? Or acting, how does brownish act? Y'all are hilarious, Noah. He said absolutely bad. I don't know what he's saying that too. So anyways, y'all, we're going to act structure-ish. We're gonna act structure-ish over here in the Total Freedom Network. We're going to act structure-ish, right? And you are all welcome, whether you talk with your hands or you don't talk with your hands, whether you talk blackish or whitish or yellowish or brownish or reddish or bluish. You can still put structure in your day and in your life and have a better day. Who said that? Baby Shark. See, Baby Shark, look at you out here starting Baby Shark. Anyways, y'all, I hope this live was super helpful. Again, my intention is really to share things with y'all as your accountability advisor in order for you to have really fulfilled and empowered lives, and just be better. And so let me know if anything that I shared with you was super helpful, and I will see you next week. Talk to you later.